Hi everyone. Well, it's not exactly morning. It's noon, 12 straight up. So needless to say, I got some much needed rest last night. Went to bed little after 10, woke up little after 8:30, and then I just kind of got back in contact with my home. And anyway, Robin Shea, day 16. Hi, Rylan. My buddy's watching, my boy Rylan. Day 16 of Before the Fork. This is the morning message. This is the 28-day experience. Hi, Kim. Glad you're joining us. Today, I want to talk about joining together the various parts that are necessary. Oh, there's boy number one just walked in. I told y'all, this is an active, busy house. You out of here?
I'm out.
Bye, honey.
See ya.
So today's message is about blending all the different parts of your lives together. Hi, Deborah. In order to have the best of both worlds. Now, I'm going to tell you something I might be a little guilty of. And one of my boys I know is a little guilty of. Although he does execute. And when he does execute, it's brilliant. And that is being the dreamer. The consummate dreamer. The person that lives in the idea, the vastness of ideas. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen this. Hi, Peggy. But it's the little meme of the little boy walking down the sidewalk, and it's kind of a grayed out sidewalk and kind of a grayed silhouette of a little boy. And behind him, it has that kind of thought bubble that's busting out the back. And inside the thought bubble is color, just all kinds of color. And it's the little boy slaying a dragon. And I've always teased that is my boy Mac. Hi, Ann. Hi, Richard. Glad y'all are here. I've always teased that's my boy Mac because Mac has this vivacious personality and imagination. And reality never quite lived up to his imagination because he paints such vivid and beautiful pictures in his mind of the potentiality of life. So Mac and I both have a tendency to get lost in the creative process. And maybe sometimes we hold back a little bit on execution. And in the book, I wrote a story about when my husband and I built our home here in Bowling Green. And I'll never forget watching this unfold in real time in my life. And we had just poured the foundation of our home. And my husband has built many, many homes. So fortunately, I had the privilege of kind of making changes and adjustments as we went along and not being too locked into a certain pattern or a certain steps that had to be followed. So I had that luxury of kind of staying creative throughout the whole process. But I'll never forget sitting on the slab and looking out because there was no wall. Looking out where I wanted my fireplace to be and painting my fireplace in my mind. And hi, Terry. And just looking at how I wanted the feel of the room. Hi, Abs. I'm so happy all y'all are here. Looking out at where I wanted my fireplace, how I wanted the mantle to look. I put some angles on the fireplace for displays, and anyway, I drew all of this in my mind and I saw it in full color. But then the practical side of me knew that before any of it could be executed, I had to get with my architect and my husband. So I had to get with the architect was my husband, but I had to get with Greg and I had to get with our brick man, and I had to make sure that what I was picturing was viable, was actually something that could be done. And there were often times through the building process that when I got with the team, they would say for whatever reason why or why not it could or could not be done. And then I would have to adjust my mind accordingly. Okay? So bridging together the dreamer and the architect, the little boy walking down the sidewalk with the huge imagination, him slaying dragons in his mind, and actually helping that child develop a life that can live up to these beautiful images in his mind. Me sitting on a slab of concrete, picturing what I wanted the environment around me to feel like, and then consulting with the architects and making certain that those plans were actually plans that could be executed. When you bridge those two sides of your mind together, the dreamer and the architect, the dreamer and the executioner, you are unstoppable. So today's message, this morning message, is about taking notice of when you're living in your dream state and relishing and treasuring the images that you're creating. So how much time are you living over here versus the time that you're actually putting and implementing the plan into place to realize all of these beautiful visions and dreams that you've been creating in your mind? That's what today's message is about. Be conscientious of the time spent in the dreamscape versus the time spent in the actual execution of that dream. Both are equally as important. One is implementing the creative aspect of all of us, which really can be found in, not to minimize men, so don't take this in the wrong way, but that creative energy is often found in your more feminine, gentle side. But the executioner is always a masculine a part of your personality. That's the executioner. So you let your gentleness create, you let your masculine execute. And when those two are bridged together, there is nothing that you cannot do in all of its fullness. All of the brilliance that your creative mind can think of can always be actualized when you invite this practical, masculine, get things done type mentality into your dream. So realize that it takes both. And that's what today's message is about. Every day in the book, when you're can you see that? When you're discovering through your journaling, and we do the catalyst goals, when we go over the process and performance visualization skills, when we do the projected visualization, the imagery work, that is so critical. Hi, Teresa. So critical to actualizing all of the dreams. Realize that the second part of this page, this is the dreamer. This is the feminine energy that is necessary to keep this world on its axis and keep it spinning. But this page is what will bring all of these dreams to life. So if you're missing any one of these components, the dreamer or the actualizer, you're really cheating yourself out of a full 360-degree realization of your life. So please make certain that you invite the dreamer and that you invite the architect to the party. And then you are going to have a marvelous time realizing everything that you dream about. Don't leave it as a dream. Because if you leave it as a dream, your poor little architect won't have anything to work on. So we all know the people that really have no idea where they're going. Well, they're either spending too much time in their dreamscape and never putting an actionable plan together, or they have failed to dream altogether. And so they're just, hi, Bill. So they're just taking life as it comes. And we are so far evolved from just taking life as it's dealt to us. So spend time in both parts of your life. Be the dreamer, but be the architect. And when those two blend together, sky's the limit. I love you all very much. Sorry for such a delayed start to the program this morning. I'll be posting this up both on my YouTube page and then again, of course, on our Before the Fork discussion page. I love you all. Have a blessed day. Live with your whole heart. And do your very, very best. Remember, bring those two sides of your mind together and you will be unstoppable. Love you all. Have a blessed day.